Slainte, and welcome to another episode of the Crafty Beer channel. Well, another glorious spring day here in Sydney. Chores are done. It's just time to sit back and relax, crack open another beer, I think. So today, what do we have for you? Well, you might well say, Dino, that's not a craft beer. Anything German is craft, okay? You have German, then you have craft, then you have macro. This is the king of beers. So today we have, and I'll give you the two pronunciations, the Northern Ireland pronunciation and apparently how you're supposed to pronounce it. So I call this Schofferhofer, but apparently it should be pronounced Schofferhofer. So whichever way you want to call it, it's a cracking wheat beer. And that is my favourite style of beer. 100%. It's what I love. Now, I'll give you a bit of a background on the brewery, and I might tell you a story about it myself. Oh, it's not much of a story. I'll tell it right now. It is the first wheat beer that I've ever drank. I arrived in Australia many years ago, and whilst living with a friend of mine, we discovered this beer. Took it home. We're like, what is it? But it was a half-litre can, so we're in. And wow, it has changed my world. Wheat beer, it is the best. But anyway, let's give it a go. We're going to crack it open. I'll give you a bit of a background on the brewery itself, and we'll talk about the beer. So let's see. Oh, and admire my beautiful glass. Don't ask where I got it from. I have a lot of glasses that are not to be asked where I got it from, but it matches, doesn't it? Oh yeah, there we go. Now, if you don't know much about wheat beers, I'll tell you a bit while I'm pouring here. So wheat beer, as it suggests, oh gosh, this one's going to get big and high straight away on me. Right, well, I'll have to slow down the pour here and let it settle a bit, I think. As you can see, the good thing about a wheat beer is it always gets a great head on it, and that is disastrous. Dean, what on earth are you doing? Right, head hung in shame. We'll let that settle. We'll tell you a bit more. Wheat beer. Okay, so obviously uses wheat. It's called a Hefeweizen in Germany, or just Weizen. But yeah, it uses wheat. Wheat gives you that very bready, like proper mouthfeel of a beer. You know, I suppose with a lot of beers, you have your lagers that are very malt driven, and that's what they give you. They don't really go for the hoppy flavors, hoppy aromas. It's all about crispness. Then you go on to your pale ales and your IPAs, and they're very hop driven. That's what they do. They put a big hop bill in there. They want to get the aromas. They want those fruity aromas, and they want that fruity flavor. Wheat beer now, that's a slightly different thing altogether. Wheat beer lives off its yeast. That's the king of this one. You know, this is what it lives for. The yeast brings all the aromas and the flavors. They do use hops in it. I have brewed a wheat beer in the past, and the only hop that I used was Hallertau. I think that's the standard sort of one. It's a pure bittering hop, and as you can imagine, the sweetness of the wheat and the sweetness of the yeast, you need to balance that out with some bitterness, and that's what it does. It just dumbs it down a little bit. But the yeast brings you the flavors. Depending on the temperature that you ferment the wort at, higher temperatures, now I'm probably going to get this wrong because I've got 50-50 chance here, but higher temperature gives you more banana flavors, and lower temperature gives you the clove type flavors, and if you go somewhere in between, then you should get a nice mix. Now, from memory, this one here gives you a nice mix. I do say that this was the first wheat that I drank in Australia, but I have moved on to other wheats, and of course I've been in Germany many times, and I've tried many different types of wheats. So poor old Schofferhofer, what do you call him, has taken a bit of a backseat. There we go. Okay, stumbled but got there in the end. Now, but that's what you get with a wheat beer. Look at the colour, isn't it beautiful? Oh, beautiful straw colour, nice carbonation, glorious head on it. There you go. Now, Schofferhofer. Brewery founded in 1806 by a man called Peter Schaffer. Where does the Hofer come from? I don't know, but I googled it earlier and it says that it's a farm. Maybe he brewed it on his farm. Anyone knows, put it in the comments, let me know. But I couldn't find out any more information than that. What are we talking about? We've got a 5% beer here, good percentage, obviously a 500 ml can. And as the Germans always say, naturally brewed. They only use hops, yeast, malt, water. That's it. Absolutely beautiful. So enough jibber jabber. The head's recovered. Let's have a wee smell. And I know. Calm down on the smelling thing. Yep. Oh, look at that. Again, I stick my nose in it. Why do I do that? Oh, banana. Banana. God, that smells beautiful. Yep. Okay. You pass. You're a cracking wheat beer. Look, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get into it. Smells perfect. Looks perfect. Looks great in the glass. Let's have a taste. Oh, that's terrible. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Look, again, I know I sample a lot of beers, but my friend said I take too many beers that I like. At the end of the day, what is the point in doing beer reviews? I'm buying the beers. I don't want to buy beers that are rubbish. So I'm going to buy beers that I like, and I'll try and balance it out with beers that I've never tasted. But every so often, I've got to highlight beers that are worth highlighting. Wheat beers, you've got to drink them. You've got to try them. They're beautiful. Just fantastic. I'm sitting in the German beer garden now in Munich. Oh, glorious. I just need my pretzel. Where's my pretzel? Great mouthfeel. Got that real bready mix. Do you know what? It's not that strong. It's not an overwhelming flavour. As I say, I do have other wheat beers that I just absolutely adore, and I would rate them higher than this one. But a classic. Oh my God, it's got to be 20 something degrees. We're in the evening here. I've cut the grass. I'm happy, and I'm quenching the thirst at last. I've waited all day for this one. So Slainte and Prost, as they say in Germany. Yeah, I could drink that all day. I can't because I've only got one of them in the fridge. Disaster. But I have other ones. I'm Jibby Renault today, so let us move on to a review. What are we going to rate this guy? So, haven't done a wheat beer yet, or a Hefeweizen. We're going to move on to a new category, the Hefeweizen category. Where do you sit, my friend? Oh, let's have another taste, just because I want to. Yeah, it's a cracking beer. But, as I say, there are better wheats. Oh, I forgot to tell you as well. There's one more little thing. This is the first German wheat beer that was ever brewed outside of Bavaria. Look at that. You learn things on Dean's Chance, see? Very educational. You should come along more often. Now, I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to give him a good 7 dinos out of 10. Look, 7's a good score. You can't complain about that. But, I have better, and I will bring up better wheat beers as we go along. But what a good start. Cracking beer. Very happy with that. You're shouting, Dino. Where can I get it? I know. In Australia, I can only talk in Australia. In Germany, you're going to pick it up in the supermarkets for next to nothing, because I've been there and I've seen it's like, I think 50 cents or something for a can, but we don't have that here. So Dan Murphy's, they're selling a 6-pack of the half liter cans, and I think they're selling them for about $30, something like that, and $100 for a case. But the case is 18 cans. Not 24. So, bit pricey. Another little secret for you over here in Australia. Aldi have been selling these for about a year and a half now. And it is, I think it's 16 for a 4-pack. So, get yourself down to Aldi. You know what Aldi's like. You can't be guaranteed that your Aldi's going to have it. Stay away from my Aldi's, because that's my supply. But yeah, they have it. Get in there, buy it up. you can't complain. What a deal. What a bargain. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to finish that beer off by myself, sit back, enjoy the sunshine, and relax. But thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. If you have any thoughts, comments, opinions on what I've said, how I've pronounced things, please, by all means, put them in the comments below. And please like and subscribe. Why not? It keeps the channel going, gives me a little bit of hope that someone's interested. But yeah, let's leave it there. Prost. Have a great day. Keep on drinking, and we'll talk next time. You're almost done.